just a chance to come and thank your staff for working really hard. It's not always easy to be the first place you walk into, and people sometimes don't know what they're looking for, and for them to have to figure that out. I think that's amazing. But also, if you stop by, you'll see that the Clinton Walk of Fame display is right in the front of the main library on the first floor. So you can come and check that out too while you're.
Well, that would be
thanking the
great.
staff.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long is that going to be there?
That I believe it's going to be there a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So Francis has been taking it around to different places. So I think it was at the Comanche Library and some other local places. So now we have it for a couple weeks. So come
Well, great.
by
Stop in and take a look at that.
and read about all the amazing people from Clinton.
Yeah,
which is
there really
awesome.
are. Yeah.
But yeah, our staff is just amazing. I think one of the reasons I took the job in 2019 was the staff. When I met the staff, I thought, this is amazing. These staff are wonderful. It's an honor to work with them. They're so creative, hardworking, and just dedicated to the library and the community.
How many full and how many part-time people do you have at the library right now, Susie?
So it's been up and down. So we have 15 total people that work for the library. Two of those people are specialists. So we have a tech services specialist, and then we have special collections. So Mary in tech services, Jeannie in genealogy and special collections at Lions. Those two are full-time. And then we have two main desk staff, librarian assistants. So they work full-time. They work half on the desk, and then they work in the makerspace or they do a program. And then we have our children's staff on the top floor. So we have Kendra, who's in charge. And then we have Selena and Liz, who are full-time children's services, youth services. And then I forgot to, mention that, our part-time people are fantastic. They also do programs, and they also do, like, one of our staff, Rachel, does our website. So it's a variety of people. And speaking of people, one of our full-time staff are moving away. So we're filling this position. So we have an opening right now, which if you look around, a lot of people are hiring. So
including KROS, if anybody wants to get
yes.
involved with news.
Yes, I think I would apply if I didn't have a full-time job. I think that sounds like a great job. So our job starts at $17.33. So get your applications and resumes in by the 16th of April. And this position will actually have the opportunity, again, to work at the main desk, and then also help with programs and develop programs, and then also work in our makerspace. So the person that was in this position that's leaving was doing our teen programming as well, and our device advice. So we're looking for someone who's community oriented and wants to help our community.
All right. Again, visiting with Susie Mesecher. It is National Public Library Week. Let's find out. I'm going to put you on the spot here. A little history of libraries. Okay. How did they all come about? I would think you would know this.
No.
You're a librarian.
I would say, obviously, when people started, keeping, documents on stone, that's how they started writing things down on stone pads. So that was a long time ago.
So your first librarians were back in the Stone Age.
Yes, exactly.
What about Clinton? Of course, we have got that beautiful building down there at the foot of the South Bridge. What about Clinton Public Libraries?
Yeah, so a long time ago, I think it was the Lions Young Men's Association had started libraries in Clinton and Lions. And there was another group, I don't have it off the top of my head. They were also trying to start a library, and they had written, library space, and a lot of places would have, like, storefronts would have a part for, a library. And then they wrote to Mr. Carnegie and said, please give us some money. I think it was $42,000 or $45,000 for a library. And at first they did not get a response. And so I don't know if they changed the wording in their letter or what happened, but they finally got the acceptance and set the money. And actually, I think they were under budget when they built the building, including the books, I believe, that they had to purchase. But in the beginning, they had closed stacks, so the public wasn't allowed to go and look at the books. The librarians would go back and pick out the book. And there's actually some libraries that kept the books on chains. And so they'd pull the book down and be like some of the chained books would have to be looked at right there. And I think
the periodicals were like that for a while. Weren't they? The
and the
magazines?
newspapers were on big poles,
right?
And you had to feed it through the poles. So it's changed, obviously, since the closed stacked era. I think they did not intend to have children use the library in the beginning, and then they made a children's area. So, but yeah, and then the Lions branch, it was built in the 50s.
Libraries certainly have evolved, because it's not only books, but computers and so much more now. Yeah,
and programs. One of the programs we're having, which we're excited about, is on Tuesday, the 19th of April at 6:30 after, not quite, the library closes at 8. I think people keep forgetting we don't close at 7 anymore. We close at 8 Monday through Thursday. But this is for millennials. It's called 90s Nostalgia Night. So they're going to have nostalgic snacks, your favorite 90s tunes. They're asking you to come and dress in your 90s fashion. And it's going to be in the lower level. And all ages are welcome, not just millennials, but anybody who appreciates the 90s should come on Tuesday, April 19th at 6:30.
All right, very good. So National Public Library Week. Be sure and celebrate that and stop in and say hi to Susie and her staff and check out the Wall of Fame. That would be worth the trip alone.
Exactly.
So what are you reading?
I just finished my series. I'm on book number 6, and this is Julie Hyzy, Hyzy, Grace Cries Uncle, and it's a manor house mystery. And I really have enjoyed it. And I think there's only 1 or 2 books in the series left. So I'm sad to say goodbye to Grace, who's been a great character.
Now, we're not going to talk to you again until the month of May.
Mm-hmm.
Folks are going to be busy here in the month of April.
Yes.
What do we have to look forward to as we get toward the summer?
I hope to talk about our summer reading program coming up and our pop-up libraries, and then what the going forward with the library plans.
People want to find out more information about our libraries. How can they best do that, Susie?
Yes, ClintonPublicLibrary.us and on social media at IACPL. And you can also call us at 563-242-8441.
Very good, and enjoy your day.
Thank you, you too.
Let's check the weather now, brought to you by Clinton National Bank.
April showers make